Hey kids, it's me, Dad. We looked at the best games from 2021. Today, we're going to look at my worst 6. So, here we are at number 6. Now, I gave myself some rules while creating this list, which was only one hidden object game was allowed. And in this case, I could have taken from so many others, but I dedicated so much time to actually completing this game on the show that it became a drudgery. It was just weird as all sin, which was great. But, quite honestly, Family Mysteries 3 made the list for worst hidden object game. Number 5. So, Castle Kong gets the number 5 spot, in part because it costs $6.99 on the eShop, whereas on Steam, it's free to play. Now, one of the things I would like to comment on very simply is it is a competent game. It's playable. But it's Donkey Kong. And not even really a very good Donkey Kong clone. I almost see no reason whatsoever to spend $7 on Castle Kong. That said, it is playable. It is actually a competently made game. But, I mean, it's just King Kong. What can I say? There's nothing special about it. And there are better alternatives to play on the Switch. I mean, this game irritates the hell out of me, in part because of its price tag. So, on to the next disgrace. Number 4. Part of my irritation with our 4th entry in the disgraceful games of 2021 is the fact it doesn't support the Pro Controller for absolutely positively no reason. The rest of it is my disdain for this game is its best sniper legacy for the Nintendo Switch. This game has freemium vibes to it, but not only that, it's not free, but then gameplay is dull and repetitive. Visually, it is not very appealing. It is just one of those games that you have to ask yourself, why does this exist? It shouldn't exist. It's not the best sniper. It's barely a game. Even though this makes it look good. This is what the rest of the game looks like. You stay in one place, shooting dinosaurs. There's no motion controls. It's really touchy. And these great monolithic reptiles. I'm sure somebody down in the comments will correct me that dinosaurs weren't reptiles. But these dinosaurs go down with one shot. And that's all you do. You just shoot them. And let's not even get started with like the hybrid human zombie reptiles that they have chosen to introduce later on in the game. I mean, I put a fair amount of time into trying to figure out what this game was about, And I still don't know. That is why Best Sniper Legacy, I think that's the correct name, gets the number 4 spot on my list. Bringing home the bronze medal at number 3 is... So, ask yourself, have you ever wanted to skirt copyright? Have you ever wanted to skirt copyright with Disney by making a not quite, but almost Star Wars game? Well, that is what Star Drives is. As you will see, we are on Alderaan. Flying not Star Wars ships against not Imperial ships. And the goal is very simply to complete the mission. You basically have 3 buttons that you can press. ZL makes you go faster, ZR makes you slow down, or it's the other way around. I can't remember and I can't be bothered to look it up. But altogether, you just go in circles, and it is a worse version of Conduct Together, which is clearly saying something. Throw onto that the dubious, not quite licensed version of everything Star Wars, and you've got a solid entry here at number 3. Before we get to number 1 and 2, let's take a look at some honorable mentions that may be a little controversial. So, both of our honorable mentions are on this list for one simple reason. They're overpriced money grabs made by developers. They're actually extremely good games. They play very well. It's just... they're too expensive at $29.99 a piece, even though that qualifies them as kind of a budget title, especially coming from major developers that both of them do. The first is going to be Ghosts and Goblins Resurrected, I think. Once again, this is the classic tale of the knight who got some in a graveyard, although in this case it's just a hill, it's not a graveyard, and his girlfriend gets kidnapped by a demon and the devil, but altogether, even though it is a well put together gorgeous game, it's not worth the $30. It really isn't. If they had brought this out at maybe $19, it wouldn't be on this list. Our next honorable mention pains me to put it here, but again, it is that value that the game does not derive from another major development house. It is ActRaiser Renaissance. Again, I have very fond memories of this game. Completed it with one of my roommates when I was in college. We actually left the Super Nintendo on for like 2 days as we played through it. And while I want to commend the dev teams on this game, I can't because of the price of it. ActRaiser doesn't supply $30 worth of value. It is a fun game, $10 less, just like with Ghosts and Goblins, would have done it wonders to keep it off from the worst of 2021 list as an honorable mention. But it just fails to deliver the value. Gameplay is solid. Game looks absolutely beautiful. But Squeenix, you got a little greedy. And because of that greed, this game makes my list for 2021's most shameful money grabs. What's it take to be number 2? Well, let's find out here. It takes something special to be number 2 on this list. I mean, it's a list of shitty games, and this one is the shit of the shittiest games around. It is America Wild Hunting. Just like Best Sniper, you take a stationary position and you shoot birds. And they're birds that make the special effects of Birdemic look good. It's there's so much wrong with this game, I can't even begin to describe how I wasted money on this. So, do yourself a favor. Don't throw away your hard-earned cash on this game. That is our number 2 entry of the worst games of 2021 that I played. And topping our list of my least favorite games this year is... So yeah, this one's going to probably irk 98% of the people apparently that played this game and liked it. But it's Titan Chaser. I don't know. I just did not get it. I understand walking, driving simulator. Yeah, you go looking for these giant beasts. Scare them off with light, and that's your job. And for me, it just fell flat. I mean, we're not just talking normal flat. We are talking run over by a steamroller, backed up, tarred over, repaved, flat. The controls are a little clunky. Actually, they're a lot clunky. One might even say McClunky clunky. Oh god, I can't believe I just said that. But yeah, I did not enjoy this game one bit. It actually killed me to have to reinstall it on my Switch to capture this game footage. Driving is unnecessarily difficult. It's difficult to see where you're going. You actually have to look and be like pixel perfect on the place where you want to click to turn on lights or turn on the radio or start the car or get into it. I will say it is atmospheric, which is good. I think this game would probably excel at virtual reality. So, I don't know if it's got a VR element to it when you buy it off from Steam or PlayStation. But on the Switch, it just doesn't work for me. It is unnecessarily frustrating. It's kind of one of those games that it strikes me that they intentionally made it hard to control looking for the memes. I did play a couple of episodes of this for Spoopaween, but I kid you not, I literally deleted it as soon as I was done playing. That said, it looks good enough, and your value may be different than mine, but even at $5, I couldn't bring myself to like this game. And that's saying a lot. I played 111 games in 2021, and not all of them were as well presented as this, but this, by far, was the shittiest. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Here's a video and a subscribe link. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like, comment, all that goodness. Thank you.